Good day, everyone, and welcome to day 2 on Dating Red Flags 101. So, we're on day 2, and like I said, we're going to be talking about how is he as a person. And to those of you just now joining us, I am Natasha. I am your favorite mindset strategist, and these are some points and thoughts that I have from my book that I wrote, Accidental Mistress, and it's basically a guide to dating if you haven't been dating for a while, or if you had somebody that's been lying to you, if you've been, out of the dating game for a while, the things to look for, what to pay attention to, and to trust your intuition. And of course, those of you who were in day 1, and that was pretty much it, trust your intuition, the reasons why, and a lot of times what happens when you don't. So today, him as a person. Number 1, when I was interacting with people, especially the wrong ones, there was always something wrong in his last relationship, and it was never him, like at all. Whenever we would discuss past relationships, I always noticed that women, they were always at fault. They were doing him wrong. They were causing him to ghost her or to go nuts. But take note, this is where a lot of women gain energy by thinking, oh, I'd never be like her. I'd never do that to him. But really listen to how he speaks of these women, including his mother. Because one thing I noticed was that he kind of put his mother in that same boat as well. And I even witnessed him look at his phone and ignore a series of calls from his mother just because he was mad at her. And it wasn't anything. She was just checking up on him. She was the type to send him Bible verses. Now, I know a lot of men have like some kind of whatever going on with their mother, but don't think you are immune to things like that, especially if he treats the women that's supposed to be most important to him like that. They like ghosting. They like doing stuff like that. Pay attention, because you could be next. And 2, I found out later that his mother was supporting him financially, and he still treated her like that. So pay attention. There's always something wrong in the last relationship, and it wasn't him. And he treats the women in his family, or the people that are supposed to be most important to him, shady. So take note, whatever he's done to his mother or past women, what makes you so special? And I don't mean to sound harsh, but we really need to pay attention, because, if you're soft-hearted, if you think that, you're special and men won't treat you a certain way, that's when you get got. So 2, he's moving kind of fast, and you slow him down, but he sneakily speeds it up again. This is a lot of times a preview of what's to come. For men like this, just as fast as they like you, they can ditch you. It's one thing to be excited, but you should not have to keep reminding the man that this is new, or you just met, or like I said when we were talking yesterday, mind your intuition. You certainly should not be made to feel bad that you would like to slow down a little bit. He should be willing to do just about anything to keep you comfortable in this capacity as you two grow and get to know each other. Number 3, the topic of sex was brought up rather early, and porn seemed important. Now, those of you who don't enjoy porn and all this stuff, just listen to your gut. Run off if you need to, run off if you need to. So, don't get me wrong, I'm not a prude, but I'm also not sexually active. To me, it should be always discussed, but in the confines of and comfort of finding out mutually, and to find your compatibility with each other. When the topic of porn was introduced, and then he changed when he figured that wasn't part of my life, I should have taken notice that this was something he felt he needed to hide. And when you get that energy that he feels he needs to hide something, or he can't talk to you, please believe that will not be the only thing he tries to hide. It'll be one thing if he, he's trying to change his, personality to be a better man. But if it's something that he likes, or something that he enjoys, or people that he's around, and you see this little sneaky spirit on him, pay attention. Always pay attention. Your gut knows before you do, y'all. 4, I know people don't like to pay attention to this. His manner of dress does not denote his age, like he dresses like a teenager. I know you've seen these 40, 50-year-old men with jerseys, backward caps, trying to have this weird swag like they're in their teens and 20s. Ugh. I am all about comfortable clothes and what makes you feel good. But after a while, wearing jerseys on dates, snapbacks, when you know better, and when the person you're dating isn't into that level of dress, it's a red flag. A man should own at least a couple of nice polos, some slacks, some closed-toed shoes, and not rock a variety of socks and slides in public, especially, you guys, when you go on dates. Mind that. See if he is respectful of the way he dresses around you, especially on dates. He also will not be bothered if you question what's going on with his clothes. If this isn't how he dressed, especially when you met him, especially if you met him and he seemed like he was trying to impress you, but now it just seems like he's just, his look is going to hell and you don't appreciate it, question him. And if you don't like it, that may be something you need to consider. 5, he seems complacent. He seems like whatever I wanted to do or whatever you want to do is okay, and he no longer has opinions. That means planning dates. That means getting your opinion of what you two should do. He just doesn't care. He just wants you around because he's bored. After a few months, I noticed that I was the one always suggesting places for dates. As he said, a few places he took me was all he had, and he did, we did those already. And as for goals and dreams, he had no ambitions, no plans after a while. He was full of ideas, goals, and dreams and what he was going to do in the beginning. And that even included me. But after a while, I began to see no progress. It's like he was trying to match me. And the guy may try to match you to keep you around, to make you seem compatible. But that will only last for so long before you realize that the man's a bum. After a while, he can even seem resentful of your success and jealous of you, which is what happened to me. And a lot of women don't realize that men can get jealous of women, which is so bizarre to me. He gets resentful of your success, and it seems like, you didn't need him. Like he wants you to need him more than anything. And then he starts getting shifty. And even though nothing has changed on your end, he still tries to, quote unquote, encourage you, but not really as much as before, especially when he sees you moving forward. So if he seems complacent, if he seems like whatever, you want to do is fine, he has no mind either way, like he truly doesn't care. It's one thing the man is like, it's fine, we can do what you want to do. But if he seems like he doesn't care anymore, he's just going through the motions just to have you around, check that if you feel it in your gut. And like I said, towards the end of the book, there's a Q&A with men who are currently cheating on their wives. And they're telling why they did it, how long they've been doing it, how long they've been on the websites and stuff like that. So if you wanted more insight about that, just click the link. All the links are down below in the box. But this is day 2, and it was pretty much how is he as a person? What are his maturity levels? What is being brought up too early? So I want you guys to comment below. What have you noticed on our day 2, or when you've been dating men, when they stop being, engaged, and pass it along to other women so they can see what else to look for. But this is day 2. I love you guys. Bye.